What's up, guys? It's Jack, and in today's video, we're doing another tier maker, but for the Monsterverse. Now, everyone knows from my last video, I'm a huge Godzilla fan. Most of these, I do not know what some of these are, so I feel them I won't be ranking because I haven't read some of the comics from the movies. But other than that, yeah, and I'm with Tang. Say hi.
Hi guys.
Alright, so first we're going to start off with the humans. So first up, we have Emma Russell, if I am not mistaken. She was the one who woke up Ghidorah and freed him from the ice. So I think she goes in the human category because she's not anything near a Titan. We have forgot his name. It was I forgot his name, but he was the guy who kidnapped Emma Russell and Madison to awaken Ghidorah and awaken all the Titans. So he goes ahead. We have the best human character here, Preston Packards. Now, I'm also a big Marvel fan, and I know he plays Nick Fury, but he also just has a gun. He also almost killed Kong with the napalm blast, and he also beat a World War II warrior wielding a sword. Next up, we have, and where is it? Leaf wings. Leaf wings are like little birds that like fly around, and with their beaks, they were able to rip apart a human like butter. But they were easily defeated by humans with swords and weapons. Next up, we have. Let's Who should we do next? Tina, who should we do next?
I think we should do like an actual good character.
An actual good character. Okay, you know a lot about Kong, so let's go with Kong 2017. Where is he? Hang on. Where the world is he? Oh, wait, right here. Alright, you start telling us facts about Kong because you know about more Kong than I do.
So Kong 2017, he is like almost like I would say Godzilla. Kong 21 is like he's definitely taller and more stronger because he got older in the past few years. So I would say King Kong
And
2017
he
would
also fought
not
against the
be
Skull Crawlers and the Skull Devil.
yes, but if you think about it, Kong 2017 almost died by a skull crawler
Yeah.
because he was kind of the size of a skull crawler.
He
And
actually,
and and hold up. And to call it in the new movie Kong 21,
in Godzilla vs.
Kong
Kong,
2021, he I'm pretty sure he's like twice or triple the size of a skull
triple the
crawler right
size.
now. Yeah, because
I
he's
think we
probably
put
like
him in. I think we put him in the big.
maybe I don't know about big.
No, no, I would say big because right here, because we have like Kong 21 right here, so we can just put that one in King. Because this one's the like kind of weaker version.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, let's do the Skull. Speaking of Skull Devil, here he is. The Skull Devil was able to manhandle
Almost killed
Kong,
Kong.
almost kill Kong. His head is completely immune to bullets. He got a flare gun shot in his head and survived. And he was beating up Kong and almost killed him if it wasn't for the human. So I think it's fair that we put him above Kong 2017. Do you agree? Tainan?
Necessarily about it in front of him because the humans almost got Kong killed because remember when do you know have did you watch the
Uh,
movie?
yeah, oh yeah, that's true. Because he was kind of weak from the
because
napalm
because he
blast.
because Kong was kind of weak and he waited for the girl to pick her up from the water, and
Yeah,
the skull
yeah,
crawler
you know
jumped
what?
behind him and almost
Yeah,
killed
I
him.
agree, I agree. Next up, we have the Meyer Squid. Now, I'm gonna put him in medium. Here's why. The Meyer Squid, when Kong was like tending to his wound, the Meyer Squid was able
Wait,
to
wait,
like,
wait. Was that when Kong was in the water and then the squid just popped down and
yeah,
started killing
yeah,
the squid?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. The Meyer Squid, it's big, not as big as Kong 2017. It's good in the water, but anywhere else, it's not that good.
But not
It
gonna
was
lie,
easy. It
Kong
was
absolutely freaking
destroyed him.
crushed it.
Yeah. He got wrecked. He got destroyed by
My guy put
Kong,
all his
wrecked
weight
by
on his
him.
head, bro, and he died. Like
Yeah. He got wrecked by Kong, was absolutely destroyed. I mean, he was like wrapping around Kong, but like that didn't restrain him. He just got wrecked.
yeah, he
Next
literally just
up,
put all his weight on his face.
yeah, next up we have Spore Mantis. Now, the Spore Mantis, they're afraid of skull crawlers. They're bigger than humans. They're immune to gunfire, but they're just not that strong. Next up, Skur Buffalo. I would put
What
Skur Buffalo above the Spore Mantis because one, he's bigger, two, he's got horns, and
what
and
wasn't he the one that was like freaking that was stuck on like a plane or something?
yeah, a
And
helicopter.
then Kong picked it up.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, he's also
Yeah, I would say small. Yeah, I would say
yeah.
small.
Next up, we
Definitely bigger than
have
human. But the size to Kong, dude, he is like quadruple the size.
yeah. Next up, we have the Spirit Tiger. Now, I've read off online of what the Spirit Tiger can do. It was destroyed, but it was getting bullied by Kong, 2017, if I remember correctly. He's almost the same size as Kong, though, but he was just not that powerful. So I'd say we put him in like medium in front of the Mire Squid. Let's go, Doug. Not a question. He instantly goes up to boom. I don't care what anyone says. It's Doug. He's awesome. He ate these forgot what they're called, rock critters. Yeah, yeah. He just ate them like it was his breakfast and dinner. Next, speaking of the rock critters, I say we put them in the small.
Yeah, sure.
Because they're just not
Hey, I
that
think we
big.
shouldn't we do like a Godzilla type one because we've been doing different types of ones like from Con 2017. So I think we should do different ones like
Yeah, yeah, well, we'll
like
get to the
Godzilla.
Godzilla ones in a minute. Next up, we have the young skull crawlers. Now, they're all basically the same. I'm gonna put them in like the medium, but in front of Doug because they're relatively the same size, and they 2v1 Kong and got destroyed, absolutely demolished. Next up, we have Mother Longlegs. Now,
Yeah.
Mother
Duh.
Longlegs, it's tall. It's not immune to gunfire, but it takes a lot of gunfire just to put one
Was it the
down.
one where like there was like military guys or something and like a bunch of tumbleweeds, really
Yeah,
high
yeah,
tumbleweeds, and then they
yeah,
started shooting at the stomach and it freaking got like
yeah,
a bunch of stuff thrown. Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. He wasn't
So
that strong. He literally died. He literally died to
yeah, but
gunshot.
he's able to like use his like legs and like pull up and like kill
Like
humans.
he
Yeah,
almost
and it
grabbed one of
releases
them and
like
ate him.
tendrils that like pull people up.
Yeah.
So yeah. Next up we have Heckhawks. I'm not gonna say Hellhawk. I just said that. Whatever. I'm gonna put them in like mm, medium, but behind or in front of Doug. There was a lot of them. They're able to annoy Kong. They were easily able to kill armed soldiers with guns. So puts them above certain things. Next up we have the next up who, who should we do next? I think we should do Warbat. Now Warbat I'm gonna put straight up in big. Warbats are big. They fought Kong but lost.
And Kong
First
21 and Kong 2021, and they're like kind of the size of him. So they're definitely
yeah.
bigger than Kong 20 and Kong 17.
Yeah. Here's the thing
Definitely.
about Warbats though. They're fast, decently strong, but then decently durable. The first one you can say was weak, but if you look back, he was actually penetrated by a rock to his skull. The second
Yes.
one restrained Kong and actually did a lot better than the first one. It was actually durable enough to get hit by the first Warbat that got killed, restrained Kong, but then absolutely got destroyed when the humans helped Kong. So, I mean, decent, but I don't think it would have been enough to put Kong down. Speaking
Yeah.
of Kong, we have Kong. Now, I think he straight up just goes to King. It's not a question. He's strong. He was able to fight Godzilla and win the second round by knocking him out. Now in the first few fights, he was getting destroyed. But overall, he's really strong and fast. But now we have Kong with the axe. Kong with the axe gives him a massive boost. He's able to absorb Godzilla's atomic breath, overload, and knock Godzilla out, kill Mechagodzilla, and
And here's the thing, I'm pretty sure you would have
stab
got.
Mechagodzilla or stab Godzilla's leg.
What's it called? So sadly, I'm pretty sure you're probably begging in the movie when Mechagodzilla opened Godzilla 2021's mouth to kill him. I'm
No, I
pretty sure
was
you're
not.
like, no.
No,
What do you think
Godzilla's
was
my
gonna
favorite
happen?
character. I thought he was about to die, but I remember that Kong got revived. I was like, oh yeah, he's fine.
And then without Kong right there, Godzilla
Godzilla
2021
died.
would have
He
died.
would have died.
Yeah, Godzilla would have died.
But at the
So you're
same
lucky
time, if
that
he never
Godzilla had his
fought
back.
Kong and drilled to the Hollow Earth, he probably could have beaten Mechagodzilla. That's just my opinion, though. We have Titanic Jinshin Mushi. Now, I'm going to put him
That
above
probably
Kong,
is.
and here's why. Yeah, so Titanic Jinshin Mushi, also known as Muto Prime, he was able to, kind of beat Godzilla, but he also just kept kind of running away, though. But the thing about Titanic Jinshin Mushi is that he or she's very strong. She has this thing called a sonic roar that was able to destroy Godzilla's dorsal plates. She was able to easily trigger fault lines and cause earthquakes. She's able to go under the ground. She's also able to manhandle Godzilla and throw him around. But Godzilla needed one attack and killed Muto Prime with a nuclear pulse from the broken dorsal plates. Speaking of the Mutos, we have the female Muto and the male Muto. Hey, where's the male Muto? Now, I'm putting the male Muto behind the female Muto. Even though the female Muto was getting absolutely destroyed by Godzilla in a one-on-one fight, and the male Muto did better, the female Muto is more durable, yet yes slower but stronger.
The only reason why Meow did better is because he literally kept on flying, and that's it.
Yeah,
Honestly, he kept on
yeah,
running, he kept hitting him and running away. The
true.
female Mewtwo actually went to fight, like literally,
And the female
legit went to fight.
Muto in a 2v1 was able to knock Godzilla over just by running into him.
And it's just sad how you seen freaking Godzilla open his mouth and freaking just atomic breath in him, bro. His head
Yeah,
literally
yeah, that,
started to freaking explode. I'm not even kidding.
yeah. That was a cool moment though.
Melted through his, he melted through his body, bro.
Yeah,
That
I
was like
guess it's the
lava
same
pouring
male
in.
Muto, so I'm just gonna put it up there.
Is that
Next
what
up, we
Mewtwo is that?
have Muto, the Queen Muto. Now, the Queen Muto, I mean, we didn't really see anything, or we don't know how the Queen Muto fights, but it's taller than the female Muto, and it looks like it can be a bit stronger. So I think putting it
It
above
is
female
called a
Muto is
queen. No,
reasonable.
it is called a queen Mewtwo.
And Muto Prime is like kind of like the king of the Mutos, or so queen, but whatever. Next up, we have Scylla. Now, Scylla has this awesome. Now, Scylla's awesome. I love Scylla. The problem with Scylla is in the comics, Godzilla was still weak after fighting Ghidorah. And Scylla gets bored after, you know, not doing anything. Scylla fought Godzilla, but Godzilla just bullied Scylla. Was just bullying Scylla like match after match. And like I guess like Scylla's cool and strong and all, but like if you're getting overpowered by like a weakened Godzilla, just doesn't put you up that high. Speaking of, other Titans, we have Behemoth. I place Behemoth behind Scylla
Hmm.
cause he fought. I forgot what the kaiju's name was. It's where's the kaiju in here? He fought this one, and he actually lost to it. So he doesn't have good strength. It was and he. I mean, he submitted to Godzilla just like all the other Titans did. But like, at least Scylla actually fought Godzilla and actually did something, unlike Behemoth, who just absolutely got wrecked by this guy right here. Speaking of this guy, I don't know his name, but mm, I'd say still,
I would say in front. I don't
I'd
know,
say in
but
front
I
of
don't
Behemoth,
know.
but behind Scylla because Scylla did better in a fight with Godzilla. This guy defeated Behemoth, but Behemoth didn't die because Godzilla was there watching. Godzilla manhandled him and forced him to submit. So there's that. Next we have Camazotz. Now, Camazotz. I haven't read the comics, so I don't know where to place him. But I'm gonna say like in front of Scylla.
Can we do the Skullcrawler that got wrecked by Mecha?
Oh yeah, we'll do that next. So this Camazotz fought Kong, and he had like this mini army. So like just fighting Kong, like
Oh wait, are
that's a
those the ones
pretty
that
good
are
achievement.
underground where Kong went into that like
No,
what's it
it's
called?
from one of the comics
Comment. Oh, okay.
of after like Skull Island, I think. I'm not exactly sure. Next we have the Skullcrawler that got killed by Mecha. It's bigger than all the other Skullcrawlers, so I'd say we put it in front of Kong 2017. It's
Because
bigger.
he
It's
was
bigger than
almost the
Kong.
size.
Size
He
of
was almost the
Mechagodzilla.
size of Godzilla. He was almost the size of. He was
Yeah,
almost
but
the
he
size of.
easily got killed by Mecha.
Well,
But he would
obviously,
probably
dude.
beat all of the Skullcrawlers.
Yeah.
Next up, we have
Wait, in your opinion, who do you think's the weakest Skullcrawler?
the baby ones, juvenile. Next, we have Kong's parents. Now, we don't know much about Kong's parents, but they were able to fight off Skullcrawlers similar size of this guy. So I'd say we should put them above Warbat.
I would say, yeah, I would say in front of Warbats.
Not really in front of the Mutos, though. Next up, we have Dagon, Godzilla's father. Now, Dagon, I don't remember if this was said or not, but I'm pretty sure that's why Ghidorah was frozen in the ice in Antarctica, because I think he was the one who
Wait,
defeated.
what's it called? Wait, how did he die?
Yeah, he died to Muto Prime.
Mm.
Now, I mean, Dagon, he's the same height as Kong, 2021, and if he's able to defeat Ghidorah, that's pretty impressive. So I would say maybe we put him like, I say we put him like behind Kong, but in front of Kong without the axe. I think that's reasonable. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Next up, we have. I think these are Psycho Vultures. Yeah, Psycho Vultures. Psycho Vultures are able to shoot out lightning, and I think they're Camazot's little army, if I'm not mistaken. I think those are Psycho Vultures. I'm not 100% sure. But that's all I know about them. Next up, and speaking of King Ghidorah, we have Ghidorah. Now, I am actually going to put Ghidorah behind Muto Prime. A lot of people might say that's ridiculous, but the reason I think this,
Like me?
m- yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Now, Muto Prime, the reason I put Ghidorah behind Muto Prime was able to destroy Godzilla's dorsal plates, manhandle him, trigger earthquakes. Ghidorah was able to, create Category 6 hurricanes that covered Brazil, which is like 2,731 miles, I think. Ghidorah is also much taller than Muta Prime, but if we look back, Godzilla is stronger than Dagon, and Ghidorah lost to Dagon. First fight, Ghidorah ran away from Godzilla. Second fight, he would have lost. He got a head torn off by Godzilla, but was saved by the oxygen destroyer because he doesn't require oxygen. Third fight, Godzilla was beating him until he blinded Godzilla, and then Godzilla got weak after that, and then got destroyed by Godzilla when he entered his thermonuclear state. So that's why I think Muto Prime is actually better, because he actually did a better fighting Godzilla than Ghidorah did.
Why
Next up,
don't? Hmm.
next up, I think, yeah, we should Mothra Larva. Now, Mothra Larva, I think, like, it's taller than Skull Devil, but I think behind Kong, 2017. Actually, no. I think we put Mothra Larva down here. I think that's better. Mothra Larva is like Spider-Man. Could shoot out webs that I'm not sure if they killed the humans, But she's also big for a baby. So there's that. She's also able to withstand like these electric shocks. So yeah. Next up we have Rodan. Now Rodan was able to fight Mothra and King Ghidorah. Lost to King Ghidorah, was overpowering Mothra, but got beaten by Mothra. So I think we put Rodan in front of
Hey,
Cam. I say we
hey,
put Rodan in front of Camazotz.
what's it called? Do you see that guy like one, two, three, two spaces away from Godzilla to your right? That
Which one?
guy come out of the water? No, not the one right beside it.
Which one?
Yeah, him. Is he for Rampage?
No, no. I
Do you know what Rampage
you
is?
know. I read about him. Um, so I think what he does is that
Not that
he
guy.
oh, not wrong guy. He comes out of the water. He can fight. He can fight under the water, but he's only good in the water. I think he's immune to gunfire, and he's decently powerful for his
Is
size.
he like a huge alligator or no?
No, I don't know. I haven't read the comic of where he is. These guys, I know what they do, but I forgot the name. They're able to manhandle people, just normal humans, but armed, they no, they just not. No, they just get destroyed. Speaking of Mothra, after Rodan, I think it's fair to say Mothra is above Rodan. Mothra beat Rodan. Was able her webs were able to hold Ghidorah in place, which is surprising. She's fast. She's also the queen of the monsters. And she's always also help. Yeah, she can also help Godzilla go into a thermonuclear state. So I think we put Mothra ahead of Rodan. Next up, we have Mecha Godzilla. Now, do we put him in front of Muto Prime? Because technically, Muto Prime could beat Mecha Godzilla.
No, I don't think because think about this. I'm not even kidding. Mechagodzilla can literally use his freaking atomic breath and absolutely melt through his skin. Like just like he did with the
Here's the
Skull Kong.
problem though. You know how like the Mutos have an EMP, electromagnetic pulse.
Yes.
Muto Prime has that, but stronger. And if you go back in Godzilla vs Kong when the humans poured water into the system, that short-circuited Mechagodzilla. So if you think about it, and electromagnetic pulses shut off any electricity in a couple miles. So technically, Muto Prime could do that, short-circuit Mechagodzilla, and proceed to just use his sonic roar and keep throwing Mechagodzilla around like a ragdoll.
I don't necessarily think he can throw him like a rag, but I'm pretty sure he can. Okay, how about this? I'm pretty sure he cannot. Hmm.
That's a tough. You know, how about we come back to that one?
All right.
Now, the one and only Godzilla. So we have two versions. I don't know why.
All right.
Of Godzilla.
I'm gonna mute real quick, and then I'm gonna search up some stuff and see what I find. All right, about them.
Okay.
All
So
right.
Godzilla. A lot of people would say Mechagodzilla is ahead of Godzilla, but in my opinion, he's stronger, and here's why. If you look back to when Mechagodzilla and Godzilla were shooting their uh, atomic breath and proton scream at each other, Mechagodzilla's yes was overpowering Godzilla's, but if you actually look back and slow it down to 0.25x speed, Godzilla's was actually stopping Mechagodzilla's until Mechagodzilla charged up and then shot harder, which overpowered his breath. So a weakened Godzilla's atomic breath was actually able to overpower a normal proton stream until, you know, Mechagodzilla kind of, charged it up and did it better. Godzilla was also able to defeat Ghidorah in a thermonuclear state, almost beat him if he didn't get that power up in Boston. Would have beat him in the water. Not sure who would have won in Antarctica because Ghidorah flew away. He was able to kill the female Muto and bully her in a 1v1. Kill the male Muto with one swing of a tail. Almost killed Kong in the first fight. Lost to Kong in the second fight, but was actually bullying him. And it was actually stated by the director that Godzilla was actually not even trying against Kong. He was doing it for his own entertainment. But in the third fight, after Godzilla got knocked out, he thought this was serious, so he started manhandling Kong and absolutely wrecked him, dislocated his arm, and forced him to submit. But Kong didn't, and he gained Godzilla's respect. So I think Godzilla is ahead of the King tier, and I'm pretty sure 2019 can also beat Mecha. Next up, and the final contestant, Thermonuclear Godzilla. He goes straight up above into the highest tier because he's Thermonuclear Godzilla. He can beat any Titan, any monster in this tier list. He's after researching, he was actually able to be harder than the sun. His pulses reached like 100 millions or something like that Celsius, something like that. So he would absolutely he killed Muto Prime with the normal nuclear pulse, but this one is so much stronger. He was able to kill Muto Prime with the normal one, so he would just destroy Muto Prime with this one. He would vaporize. He vaporized Ghidorah. He would melt Mechagodzilla, absolutely destroy Kong. He destroyed Kong even without even going in nuclear mode. He would be any other Titan here. So that's why he goes up to Godzilla. So yeah. Down, have you found out any more facts about Muto Prime that you think would be better?
Alright, I found out some little things. Here's the thing though. In the thing, in the, what's it called? I searched up a little bit of Mecha Godzilla. It didn't
Mhm.
show me much facts of him about him fighting other players besides Godzilla.
Yeah.
And it says in the movie and the director that he was not really he was right off the start when he started fighting, like
Mhm.
right after let's see, right after he wasn't even trying when he was fighting Godzilla. But right when Kong came in and saved him, that's when he actually started trying. And he tried so hard that his power was going away a little quicker than usual. That's what I was kind of saying.
No, 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 no,
But
no, no.
it's kind of
That's actually not possible for his power to go away because he was being used with the Hollow Earth energy. So
but it was
that's an
saying that his
infinite power source.
it was saying not his like energy, but like his energy for his atomic breath or like his proton scream.
Well, yeah, because that is like it takes a lot of energy. But he used that one
Especially
time. But the problem with Mecha is that the axe killed him, and like he Godzilla. Weakened Godzilla's atomic breath was overpowering Proton Scream until he charged it up and shot it harder. And yeah, so I think Muta Prime would actually be better than Mecha because he would just keep using EMP and short circuit Mecha Godzilla and then just proceed to pick him up and just throw him and just
okay.
destroy him.
In my opinion, I think Mechagodzilla is better. But if you want, you can switch it if you want.
I think that's what
But
I'm.
for now,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna say, in my opinion, Mechagodzilla is better.
I kind of agree because if you think about it, Muto Prime actually just would beat Mecha or would fight Godzilla, and then when he was weak, run away, and then keep repeating the same process until Godzilla killed him. But I mean, like Muto Prime's very impressive, like able to trigger earthquakes and fault lines. Like that's very impressive. But yeah, so this was our tier list, about 30 minutes long. Not counting. But yeah, I know there was. Oh wait, I forgot one more time that I read about Titanus Tiamat. Now, Titanus Tiamat in the Titan comic, after Ghidorah did the Alpha Call and awakened all the Titans, Titanus Tiamat actually fought Godzilla after he beat King Ghidorah, and he was actually defeating Godzilla. But the reason I don't put him, actually, I'm gonna move him up to King tier, but behind Kong. So Titanus Tiamat it's like not really dorsal plates, but it's like spikes were able to pierce Godzilla. He shot out this like acid breath that blinded Godzilla, and he was actually beating him in the water, which is unusual because Godzilla is actually supposed to be like one of the strongest titans in the water. But like
Um,
it's strong in the water, but the second it got on land, Godzilla just absolutely proceeded to absolutely destroy him or her and force her to submit. So yeah. But that's our tier list for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.